So in today's video, I'm going to be making a dress for my friend. She ordered this dress and I'm going to be recreating it using this fabric. Let's get into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Felicia if you're new here, and to my returning subscribers, thank you for coming back to watch this video. So in today's video, I am going to be recreating a style for my friend. As I've said earlier, I'm going to be making that dress using the fabric right here. I'm also going to be using a lining, a black lining, and I'll be also using a bias tape, a 1-inch velvet tape, bias tape. So I'm going to be using that as well for this dress. That's just the 3 materials. Oh yeah, apart from my interfacing and my wording. Apart from those two, those are the materials I'm going to be using to recreate this dress. So the first things first, we're going to go over to look at the pattern I have drafted for this dress. So now for the pattern I drafted, I only did the bodice pattern because the lower part of the dress is just a flared dress, like it's flared, so I don't need a pattern for that. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to do that, and whatever calculations that I need to do, I'll be showing you on the fabric. But for the top part of the dress, I'll be using a pattern. So I'm going to go over to my table, show you guys the patterns, and when the dress is ready, my beautiful friend Faith Gora, who is also a YouTuber, you guys check her out after this video, okay? Check her out, she's a fun person, okay? She's going to be coming around to do the fitting, okay? Let us see, you know, how it looks on her instead of using our plain old mannequin. So let's get into this whole process thingy. So this is my pattern. So as you can see from the neckline here, you can see that I would have a v-neck going upwards. Looking at the style, it's a v-neck going upwards in this direction. So this is why this place is like this. I extended this dart line a bit because I need to make sure that this end of the dart balances out with this other one. So that's why it's extended out of the initial dart line I have here. And yes, can tell already from, if you're not a newbie, this is a shoulder that I held right here, and yeah, I held it 1 inch on both sides of the apex line, and on the lower part of the bust, for the bust tightening, I took 1 inch on the center front and 2 inches on the side front. So the line I have marked out here on the black line is going to be my center front, while this other side on the black line is my side front. If you look also on the pattern, you can see there's this red line I marked out here. This line right here, this is where the zip is going to lie. Usually I like to do my pattern on 1 paper, so yeah, so it's like faster for me and I don't have to start, you know, wasting paper, or I'm already used to this whole thing, so it works for me. But in order to avoid confusion, you can do it separately. I have a video on a bodice pattern on my channel, do well to check that out. So I've done my tightening here for the front. This red line we have here is my center back. That's at this point here, going upwards like this, is my center back, and then my side back is this line here going up this way to this point here is my side back. So I'm just going to highlight that. So this is a neckline for the back, and this is a neckline for the front, a V going upwards. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Aside, and I'm going to start with go on with the bodice pattern. I'm just going to cut out the full shape first before I go ahead. I'm just cutting off the darts for the back first before I go on to work on the front. So right here is my dart line for the back, and this is where I'm going to be cutting along from the neckline, which is here. I'm going to be cutting along this point all the way to the lower part. So I'm going to just fold this over, and also I'll just notch here where my zip is going to go in for the back, and fold it in so that I can cut out the back piece first. Why I do this is because I want to be able to cut off the excess darts for the front. So I usually cut my back piece first. So in order to cut the back piece, I just fold away all the parts of the front piece that I don't need for the cutting of the back. So this is the back piece I'm about to cut right now. I'm just going to use my chalk to chalk out my zip. Moving on to the front, I am going to cut off the excess darts from the back. I'll cut out the excess darts on this black line. This is my back part, so I'm just going to cut it out from my front pattern. So this is what I'm going to be cutting out right now. The center front on fold, like so, and then I'm cutting out the side front as well. I'm cutting the sleeve. So as you can tell from the style, I'm going to zoom in so you see what it looks like. There is a pleating also on the sleeve as well as on the bodice of the style. So I folded my fabric into four like you do when you're cutting a flared dress, and I'm going to be working with a length, that's the width of my armhole for the sleeve will be 30 inches because I'm planning 30 inches, but I am planning to create 10 pleats to reduce it to 10 inches. And because I'm going to be doing 9 pleats, I have to use 3 times the length of the bicep, not the whole bicep per se, but the joining of both sides of the sleeve that's going to be attached to the halfway of the arm. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say, but I'm going to indicate where I mean when I'm showing you, see what I'm talking about. But the width of her sleeve, off shoulder sleeve, is 10, so I multiply that by 3, which is 30, so that I can reduce the length of the width of the off shoulder to 10 inches. I don't know if that makes sense. So I added 2 inches for my allowance to 30, and I have 32, and I've marked out that point here. Alright guys, so I am about to start working on this dress. So this one right here, this piece right here, is the center front and side front. Yeah, so this is center front and side front. I'm going to go ahead and couple all these bits together. So this is center front and side front. I'll join the pieces together. I'll do the same thing for the back as well as the lining piece. And yeah, I'm going to join the skirt bit as well, and the back as well as the lining piece. Then I'll come back to you guys and show you how I will be connecting. I'll be fixing in the ruffles on the neckline, and then the velvet neck, the velvet design going on the neck. I will be coming back to do that. Since this is pretty straightforward there, I'm not going to be showing so much of the sewing process, but I'll just show you guys once I'm at that point where I want to fix in the neckline. I think I have a flared dress video already on the channel. If you want to see how I joined my pieces, do well to check that one out. Okay guys, so I was actually trying to film this part I'm doing right now, but I'm sorry, I already started. But yeah, so I just basically took a band. This is like a 4-inch band I folded, so it's 2 inches, and I'm pleating it along the neckline. So this is what's left. I'm still pleating it, so as I'm going, I'm creating my pleats on the neckline. As you can see, this is the neckline area. Yeah, and I also joined the sleeve. This is the sleeve. I cut a very big circular flare for the sleeve, but I also pleated it, as you can see, so that it will take the exact width of the arm. So I'm now using my band, pleating it along the neckline and sewing it. So this is what my neckline is looking like right now. After pleating it, I'm going to go on to turn the lining, this pleating here, turn it with the lining. And once I'm done turning with the lining, I'm going to be creating a gap here for the velvet bias to pass through for the tie. But anyway, you guys are going to see this full dress on her body. I couldn't show so much of the processes in this one. I've already done a video where I showed a lot on a green flared dress, so you can do well to check that out. But yeah, this is it. I also pleated the same thing on the sleeve area as well, and on the back. So this is the strap going on the back. So this is what's going to go through to the shoulder and then back to the front part, this strap. Alright, so I'm going to turn with the lining and finish up the dress and show you guys on an actual body, okay?
A few moments later.
Right, let me increase the brightness. I already started modeling. You need to go and start modeling because I don't understand. So this is Faith. Say hi. This is her dress that, yeah, so this is what she ordered and versus what she got. I think I showed you guys the style.
I love it. Like,
let's
it's
go
perfect.
closer.
Literally feels like ready-made. Details on fleek.
Wow.
Full,
yeah, whining me.
austere, everything perfect.
Yeah. Give us a spin.
The person I stole this style from, if she sees
Did not
it,
catch it.
she go
She
fear.
swiped her style.
She go fear.
Yeah.
What we did with her style. So lovely.
But it's been so long since you dropped this
You are
fabric.
going to be queried.
As in, but it's not me, I know it's you.
I love my look. I
You
look
have
like a
been too
billionaire's wife.
Wow.
Rich wife, and this is how we look.
Oh my god.
When we step in, you fear.
Yeah. You shake. Money falls along the line, along the road.
Oh my god. Should I step forward for you?
Alright. So that there's no space to flex. Let me still use my phone. Just I've not even been filming anything.
Obi.
I've not been filming.
You wasted my pose.
As in, all this posing that I've been posing since. I use this one for maybe Instagram or something.
My non-existent shirt, I'm shaking.
As in, what's me?
Ooh.
No space. Okay.
Thank you, baby.